Let's talk about eye care. And by eye care, I don't mean go get yourself a pair of glasses. What I mean is taking care of the skin around your eyes. This is one of the areas where many of us, me included, often apply the products that are not going to be the most beneficial to our eyes. I often do that, and more times than not, when I'm running late, is when I do it. But before I continue, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary, and today is Mask Monday. So happy Mask Monday, ladies, and everyone else who decided to do a mask today. Happy Mask Monday to you as well. But I'm going to go ahead and apply my masks today, and then we will get into the talk and continue where I left off. So these are the two masks that I am going to apply today. And Beautiful Skin or Beauty Skin Real Essence Mask Honey is the sheet mask. And I am going to apply the Grace and Stella. It's like an energy drink for your eyes, eye patches. I'm going to go ahead and start with the eye patches. And these are amazing, amazing patches. I do keep them in the refrigerator, so they are very cold, which helps with my puffiness. And here lately, I have had a lot of puffiness. Part of the discussion we're going to have today is going to talk about why many of us end up with puffy eyes, or puffy skin for that matter. But these are always my struggle, so I am going to apply them. And here we go. And these are almost silicone feel, but they do tear easily. So these are eye patches that you do need to be a little careful with when applying them because they may tear. So not completely silicone, if that makes any sense. Here we go. And I am getting as much of the serum as possible onto the patch itself so that I can then apply it. So here we go. And I do try to keep it not so close to my eye so that the liquid does not go into my eye area or into my eye. Not the eye area, because I do need it around the eye area. They may slip and slide. We'll just have to see. Now let's go ahead and get the mask that is going to go on the face. So it is the sheet mask. And once again, it is Beauty Skin Real Essence Mask Honey. And this is a mask that I just picked up in one of my hauls. And these I have not tried, so we are trying them together. Or I'm trying it and I will let you know how it performs. Once again, it is a mask that I put in the refrigerator prior to applying it to my skin. And it seems to have a lot of essence, so that's a good thing. It's pretty moist. And I am hoping that it does what it says it's going to do. And I'm going to read what the benefits of this mask are, and then we will get into further discussion on the eye area. Here we go. And normally what I do is I apply the mask and then I come and do the videos. Today I decided I was going to do things differently, so here we are. And like I said, it is full of essence. It feels amazing. And although I do have a mirror here, I still catch some of the things on the camera. Here we go. Okay, and I'm just going to put the rest of it on my hands, which is something that I normally do. Now let's go ahead and get into this headband. And this headband was also in the haul that I did, the purchase for the masks. This is a headband that is the bunny ear headbands, and it And I did mention it in the video that I had seen a TikTok where people were using the rabbit ears. Instead of applying them to put them over your head as little ears, you apply them to the back of your head. And because it has the wires, it clips your hair in the back, keeping you from having to use an additional clip to do your hair, your face cleansing. So even if you lean forward, your hair is still put back. I like that. I like it. It was a little struggle. It may take a little bit more practice for me to learn how to use it appropriately, but not upset about it. Keeps my hair out of my face, and that's what we need. And now let's go ahead and talk about the eye area. And like I mentioned earlier, the eye area is one of those areas that I am guilty of doing it. If I'm running late, I will apply my face moisturizer to the eye area, then apply my sunscreen and head out the door. And those are things that I tend to do just to save time. Not the worst idea, but also not the best idea. And I will get into that. As far as the eyes are truly the portal to the soul. I am a firm believer of that. The eyes do tell a very, very long story about any person, because it's just the intensity of your stare, the sadness that comes through your eyes, the happiness that comes through your eyes, everything that you feel more times than not, unless you are super, super good at hiding your emotions, your eyes are going to give you away. By that, I mean, they show happiness, they show pain, they show fear, peace, and they also scream a person's age. Or do they? Because premature aging does not necessarily mean that a 60-year-old woman is going to have the same skin as a 20-year-old woman. That may not happen. However, a 20-year-old woman can have the skin of a 60-year-old woman. And let me go ahead and explain. The way you live your life, the things you do with your skin, your lifestyle, if you drink too much, if you expose yourself to the sun too much, going out to the beach more than necessary, not using sun protection, all of those things have a lot to do with the way your eyes are going to react. Genetics. Genetics is probably one of the most important ones, because genetics may give you a little bit of a push. So depending on your genes, you may have amazing, amazing eye area. I unfortunately do not, but I'm not as bad as I think I am. I'm just saying. But let's go ahead and talk about the levels of damage that you can do to your skin. Okay, work, stress, those are things that often contribute to aging eyes. Your facial expressions. If you are a person that your facial expressions are constantly on the go, frowning, constant frowning, does tend to squint your eyes and therefore causing lines and wrinkles. So that is one of the things. Try not to do too much of the frowning. Smiling. Smiling is, and those smile lines, because they are different. There is a difference with the smile line, and there is a difference with a fine line and a wrinkle. Anyone who has a lot of the laughter lines, you can tell which ones are the laughter lines and which ones are the frown lines. At least I can. Not completely, not 100%, so don't quote me on that, but definitely something that can be seen. We also have the environment, and the environment contributes to a lot of it. The dry air. If you have or you live in an area that has desert type climate, your skin is going to need a lot more moisture and hydration. So it is up to you to compensate for what the environment is taking away from you. We are ultimately responsible for our skin. Then we have winter, and winter tends to dry the skin in general, not just the eye area, but the skin. Hydration, drinking a lot of water, that also helps keep your skin plump and not as defined on the fine lines, and wrinkles. The most common issues that I myself have are puffiness. My eyes are puffy almost on a daily, and that is a given. So I have to use additional creams or balms to relieve the puffiness. A lot of cold things like the eye masks coming out of the refrigerator, placing them on your skin does help with depuffing. I have seen it. So that is something that I myself have experienced. That is why I tend to put my masks in the refrigerator. Then we have the bags, and I do have bags. A lot of that comes from, and believe it or not, this is something that I found. How true that is, I don't know. Maybe it is with me, but the weight gain and weight loss has a lot to do with how your skin reacts once you lose the weight. Bags under the eyes are not the exception. However, they can also be attributed from lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is one of the most detrimental things that you can do to your body, and your eyes are going to reflect it, either by dark circles because you haven't slept, the puffiness, or just the aging, which then causes you to seem a lot older. Then we have the dark circles. And like I said, dark circles can be attributed to no sleep, and they can also be genetic. So those are some of the things that you need to take into consideration. If it's genetics, chances are there's nothing much that you can do aside from trying to use some of the brightening type creams, vitamin C. And vitamin C, however, for the eye area is very important, because since we have the skin under the eyes and around the eyes much thinner than the one on our skin, the skin on our face, it depends on the level or intensity of that vitamin C. That is what I meant by you have to use the appropriate products on your eye area, because it is a much thinner skin, or our skin under the eyes are much thinner than the one on our face. So if you have sensitive skin, imagine your eyes. Your eyes are also going to be sensitive, and because the skin is much thinner, sensitivity may increase. Those are just things to take into consideration when you're going about your skincare routine. Then we have eye creams. Before I get to the eye creams, decisions. The decision to take care of your skin comes from you. You are the only one that can take care of your skin. You are the one that is in control of how your skin is going to feel by making decisions of what you're going to put not only on your skin, but into your body. Your dietary choices have a lot to do with it. Hydration has a lot to do with it. So taking care of your body also takes care of your skin. I am guilty of not doing that. Skincare I have done for as far back as I can remember. So that is why I say my eyes are not as bad as they could be. Then we have face creams. And I did mention the face creams. Eye creams are no different than your face creams. They are specifically targeted for different types of skin. And I'm going to name a few of what they do. We have serums for our skin, but we also have serums for the eyes. So those do exist. I do use them. Just the eye patches. They also have serums and essences that also absorb into your skin. So that is a plus. Then we have some of the ingredients that we have. Fine lines can be stimulated by collagen. Some of the ingredients in that would be the retinol. And retinol is not necessarily what you put on your face, but the retinol that is mild enough to put on your eyes. And there are some serums that have retinol in them. I do have one. It is a Dr. Brandt brand. I didn't bring it with me, otherwise I would have shown you. But I do use retinol around my eyes. Dark circles. Vitamin C is great for dark circles. It is less harmful. Then we have niacinamide, vitamin B3, and arbutin. Those are also really good for dark circles. Let me go ahead and flip my page. Like I said, I went down a rabbit hole. And I'm almost done. Puffiness. Puffiness, like I said, is my biggest thing. Getting enough sleep. And by sleep, I mean anywhere 5+ hours, especially for me, are much better than no hours. And I have gone with the no hours and still had to go to work. So we have things that help for puffiness. Cold eye masks, which is something that I often use. Putting something hydrating and moisturizing onto your eyes, that also helps. And drinking plenty of water. Caffeine and green tea ingredients in your skincare or your eye care is also beneficial for the puffiness. Things to avoid, and that is where I'm the culprit of how my eyes sometimes look, because salt. I am not a sweets type of snack person. I tend to reach for the chips and anything salty, and salt will dehydrate your skin, will dehydrate your eyes as well. So I am guilty of that. Additional ingredients that are beneficial: vitamin E. That is also in a lot of the skincare that we often use. That also helps. Do not apply it straight fresh from the bottle. That is concentrated. It is meant to be mixed with other things. So vitamin E straight out of the bottle will cause harm in some skin types, depending on how sensitive your skin is. And most important, sunscreen. Do not forget your sunscreen. Your sunscreen is the essential, not only for your eye area, but also for your skin, your arms, your legs, you name it. Sunscreen is going to protect your skin from many of the environmental damages and possibly skin cancer. That is one of the most drastic parts of not wearing sunscreen. So that is something that happens. And not to mention sunglasses. Always protect your eyes with sunglasses. I do wear sunglasses everywhere I go. I do have several pair in my truck. I have a pair in my purse, and pretty much I carry them everywhere. In case I forget one, I still have my backups. I tend to do that. So get yourself several pairs of sunglasses if at all possible. Keep them around so that you do not forget. Now let's go ahead and remove this mask so that I can let you know how it performed. And I'm going to leave these in just a little bit longer. This mask, like I said, has a lot of essence. Not upset about it. It feels amazing. And not sure if it's coming through, but there is still a lot of essence. And I'm going to, I know I don't have creams or anything that I'm going to do, but I'm going to just kind of show you, even though I'm keeping these on, I'm going to show you what I do with my eye area, because being gentle with your eye area is essential to keep from pulling and causing more wrinkles than you already have, and hopefully diminish the ones that you already have. So when I apply my lotions, I do use my ring finger for those, and serums, anything that I do to my eye area, my ring fingers are what do any of the applications. And I start here on the outer corner, and I just kind of tap it, and then just continue to tap. And this is not going to help, so I just continue to tap, and I tap. Do not forget this area right here. This area is often neglected as well, but just tap, 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 and then start bringing it and tapping up top as well. This is my morning routine when I am not in a rush and when I am doing the appropriate skincare that I have. I very rarely will run my fingers sideways, anything like that. I try to not do that when I apply concealers or foundation, but sometimes it is impossible. So trying to do that as often as possible, and do the tap, tap, tap until the product absorbs into your skin. That is all that I have on this fabulous Mask Monday. Thank y'all for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, smile always. Bye.